What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5-3. No, I've been missing for a minute, man. Had some things to take care of, some things to do. Had to get some things sorted out with a new job situation that I had come on with this Alabama football stuff. But anyway, back to the lesson at hand. Man, listen. The other day, they had the peace meeting, citywide peace meeting for the Crips in LA. I wasn't able to attend. As you know, I live in a different state. But of course, you know, the Avalons went, and so when it was over with, of course I got, you know, messages and, you know, what was going on. They telling me what was happening. All right, well, cool. I'm all for it, man. You know, I'm all for it. Of course, I like it. It's a good thing. It's time. It's needed, and it was a good thing. I turn around the following day, and I see guy on the internet speaking on how he had received messages how that same night or the next day after the peace come together, dudes from rival gangs was coming over to their section, you know, dissing, doing this and that, going to other rival gang sections and doing this and that. And, you know, rival gangs from over here would come over here, but it was the youngsters. That was the youngsters. That's one of the things I noticed about when I seen video footage from the meeting. It's all the old heads. And that was a concern of mine. And it was a concern of mine even when I spoke to my homies. I was like, cuz, before they even went, it was a concern of mine about the peace things. Old heads don't mind peace. When I was a young kid, my G homies, my older homies, they was about doing stuff that I wasn't about doing. No matter what they said at the meetings, I listened. And you know, when the meeting was over with, when me and my crew, we would go off and do it. We wasn't studying, man. We ain't tripping on what they talk about, cuz. We finna go bust on such and such deal. And we did it. And I see now it's the same thing going on today. The youngsters don't care about what the G homies, the older homies, talking about. They don't care. Take these off. They don't give a damn. They gonna do what they gonna do. And this and that. Even though it might not be all the youngsters, it might be just a handful. But that handful is enough to keep the drama going. Because it don't take number one to go over here and bust, go over there and bust, go over here and write on the wall, go over there and write on the wall. Or go, you know what I'm saying? You know, or make all these old, this social media game banging they doing nowadays, make something for TikTok or Instagram or YouTube and put it up so they enemy turf can see it. And there it go. My concern, like I say, when with my homies was all the old heads showing up. Everybody 50 and over. Okay, yeah, of course. They tired. You know what I'm saying? Y'all old men. They ready to sit down. They don't want no more mess. Yeah, yeah. But it's the youngsters, though. Old heads can come together all day long. And they can have, and you know, you can put a thing on it. They can have all the clout, all the juice in the set they want. They can't watch all them youngsters 24/7. Them youngsters will creep off and go do some things, man. Yeah, when they give it their little homeboy, their little partners, they'll creep off and go do some stuff. And they don't give a dang what the G homie was talking about. Now, of course, if the G homie can find out who was the culprit, they probably get handled accordingly. But if they don't know, and a lot of times they don't, then it's just some more mess going on and on and on. Old heads can come to the table all day long. But until you get them youngsters on the bandwagon, you pretty much spitting in the wind, buddy. Pretty much spitting in the wind, man. When I told my homeboy Bull, I say, cuz, when y'all go to that thing on the 31st, I said, take this guy, and this guy. All of them were my younger homies. From the age of 25 on down. I wanted him to take them. I wanted them to experience something like that. I wanted them to hear it. I wanted them to feel it, because the shooters are them youngsters. Yeah, you hear people talk about, man, the shooters. They talk about them youngsters, homie. Because them youngsters out there on the front line doing they thug thizzle. You ain't got no 55, 60-year-old dudes doing drive-bys no more. You ain't got no 55, 60-year-old dudes going around writing on the wall. Well, not some, a lot, mostly. It's one or two sprinkled in everywhere. You know, maybe one or two, you know, if need be. But anyway. But, yeah, it's them young kids, man. They got to get on board. You got to get them on board. That's why I told my homies, I don't know what other sets doing, but they talk about all these other sets that was there. Man, the Babylons was there, homie. The Fire Trays was there. And they was listening. And I had one or two young homies there. You know what I'm saying? Do this thing correctly, not willy-nilly off the cuff. One of my young homies there to hear it. So when they go back to the set, they can say what they heard and what they seen to they peers, to the little homies that they run with, to the little homies that they kick it with, you know, and spread it. Because like I say, man, at the end of the day, all these old men can get together and talk. They can pat each other on the back. They can preach peace, love, prosperity. They can shake hands and hee, ha, and goo, and caca. Because they've been in the prison with each other 9 times out of 10 anyway. So, yeah, they can shake hands and be cool and all that. But the young homies, the little homies, who barely been to juvenile hall in this day and age, they be 22, 23, ain't even been to juvenile hall yet, whatever. That's a good thing. But them, they don't know they so-called enemies. I don't like that word ops. That's that newfangled mess. Bump all that op mess. The enemy goes, you know. They don't know they enemies like that, man. They ain't never broke bread with their enemies. They ain't been back to back in them juvenile halls, in them YAs, and in them county jails, and in them prisons with their enemy. So therefore, they don't have no bridge to gap that space. So that's why I told my homies, cuz, take the little homies. Take the little homies. Take the youngsters. Preferably the ones y'all know that's active, that's out there with the BS. Because they got to be the ones to get on the bandwagon. Man, at the end of the day, man, I don't care what set nobody from. Period. I don't care what a person, whatever person think they are in they set. If you can't get them youngsters on board, it ain't gonna work. You got to get them youngsters on board, man. You got to get them youngsters on board. And see, that's why a lot of the youngsters, they feel, man, we ain't got to listen to y'all. We the ones on the front line. Y'all got jobs now. Y'all go to work every day. Y'all got wife and kids y'all go home to every night. At 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, me and my little partners, we the ones that's out here on the street. We the ones patrolling the turf. We the ones that's jumping in these cars, going on these field trips. Not y'all. So that mess y'all talking don't mean nothing to us. That's the lay of the land now. Then now, like I say, here it is, you got the OG homies, big homies. They feel because of their age, because of what they've done in the past, because of who they feel they are or who they think they are. They feel that their word is just gonna be law. Not in this day and age. I don't give a dang what the set is. Not in this day and age. Can Crips come together? Of course. Of course. Yes, we can come together. Whether it's South Central, Compton, Watts, Gardena, San Diego, Pomona, Hawthorne, everything in Southern California. I don't care. Carson, the whole hookup. Linwood, the whole hookup. Everybody. Wherever that blue team is at, can we come together? Yeah. Yes, we can. Do we need to come together? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's overdue. It's time, man. It's time. All the homies we done lost in these wars, we can't bring them back. We can't bring them back, y'all. So that means what we gonna do now? Just keep on letting caskets drop? Keep on letting caskets drop? And then, no, we shouldn't do that, man. But we got to get in the young homie's ear. Got to get in the young homie's ear. Then you got sets out here, man, out of nowhere. Ain't even been doing nothing to each other. Ain't even been doing nothing to each other. But still don't want to get along. But ain't neither one of them threw rice at a wedding on each other in a long time. In a long time. Avalon's got a whole lot of enemies. You know what I'm saying? We represent the gangster car. And we fully embrace everything that come along with being in the gangster car. That goes along with allies and enemies. We embrace it 100%. But now, with us embracing it, it puts us at odds with a lot of other sets who we've never even really shot at each other. Probably ain't fought each other, none of that. But because they come from this car or we come from this car, it puts us at odds with each other. So now here it is, even though esoterically we are enemies to them, and them, you know, we ain't never did nothing or they have never did nothing to us. So it should be fairly easy for us to say, man, we ain't got no funk with y'all, homie. Y'all ain't got no funk with us. We ain't got no funk with y'all, man. Now, every set got their main enemy. Got their main enemy. Every set, and the cold part about it, man, this is what's so messed up. When I'm saying, I'm speaking on Crip sets. And when I'm speaking on I'm not speaking on the hereditary blood enemy. I'm speaking on every Crip set got a main Crip set enemy. Every set got a main Crip set enemy. That they hate way more. That they hate way more than whoever their hereditary blood set enemy is or was. You know? So now, as far as saying they have what they've done toward each other, some so-called wars are active. Some so-called wars are at the cold stage. They're at the cold stage. Those type of situations take a little bit more, man. It take a little bit more talking, you know? Take a little bit more. But, man, listen. We under siege, y'all. We are under siege, man. In South Central LA. And y'all know when I'm saying South Central, but I'm speaking on Southern California. Man, we under siege, homie. And on this one, when I say homie, I ain't just speaking on the Crips. I'm speaking on all blacks. We under siege. Our city been taken from us. The Los Angeles that I was born and raised into no longer exists, y'all. It's gone. Y'all know what I'm saying. I ain't got to go all the way in depth with it, because as soon as I go in depth with it, I got 50 million people in my comment. You're a racist too. I don't hear that mess. I'm a realist. Bump all that. I'm a racist. I'm a realist. And I'm going to kick the real. And if me kicking the real just so happens to offend another race of people or some other people, then so be it, man. But I'm going to spit my truth straight up. And we as black people in Los Angeles, man, we are under siege, y'all. Man, at the rate we going, we won't have not one house in LA no more. The east side is bad, y'all. And it's seeping over to the west side. The west side, they ain't got it as bad as we got it on that east side, man. And when I'm saying bad, as far as being uprooted out our neighborhoods, being uprooted out the areas that we were born and raised in, man. Do y'all really think, man, we have the luxury to continue to keep on fighting each other, man? Y'all believe that? Do y'all really believe that we have that luxury? It ain't nothing but a handful of us left, man, on that east side like that, for real. Some sets are completely gone. Gone. And when I say gone, I'm talking about as far as them occupying this turf, these few little streets that we was born and raised into, and decided to say, hey, man, this is our set right here. Ain't even got that no more, man. Do they still come around? Yeah. They'll pop up, but they got to come way from Lancaster. You know what I'm saying? Way from the IE, way from Riverside, way from Vegas, way from wherever, Palmdale. Whatever places, and some from out of state. But from whatever places that they've been uprooted and moved to come kick it in the set that they was born and raised into all their life, and they mamas and daddies probably was born and raised there. For them to even come back and kick it, they got to come from a whole tank of gas away just to stand around for a few hours, man, kick it. Man, what's up, homie? And stand there, and while they even kicking it in they set, they looking around at a bunch of people who wasn't even there when they was kids, if they old enough. And then when it get too dark at night, they got to get in their cars and all go back to where they live now. 30, 40, 50 minutes, hours away. That's what it is now. And you really think we have the luxury to continue to keep beefing with each other, man? Man, when I talk about we, I'm talking about blacks. We are an endangered species, man, in LA. And it seemed like, man, ain't nobody, man, well, a lot have woke up to it, but a whole lot still ain't woke up to it, man. Everything we had, everything we were about has been usurped. It has been usurped. And for those who don't know what the word usurped means, I'm not finna explain it to you on here. Just look it up. And you are like, dang, yeah, Tune right. It's been usurped, man. Not only are we losing our turf, not only are we losing the city we come up in, we losing our style, our way of life. our music, our look, dress code, everything, man. Everything. Hey, I ain't gonna even lie, man. I love, I love, I love South Central LA. Got it tattooed all over me, man. 213 to the fullest. I'll say it again, homie. 213 to the fullest. South Central LA. So Sin La. Love it. I live in Alabama now, though. I come back to LA 3-4 times a year, every year. And every time I come back, man, I just shake my head. I be sitting around, man, having conversation with my homie. I'm like, man, what happened, man? They like, hey, man, it's LA now. I be like, man, this ain't my LA. This ain't the LA I was raised in. And I don't be minding getting back on that plane and leaving, because I be heartbroken, homie. You know, I ain't gonna even lie. I don't give a dang what nobody feel. I be heartbroken. Because what LA is now, it ain't for me. It ain't for me, y'all. No. Nope. That's why I like to visit and then get the F on. So now, these youngsters, man, these youngsters who think they way of ain't gonna be no peace. Ain't gonna be no peace. You got to talk to them, man. You got to sit down and talk to them, man. Try your best to get to them. Try your best to get in here with them, man. See, instead of you know, renting out these churches or whatever, or getting these churches and having these citywide meetings with all the old heads, with all the old homies, because all the old homies can come together. But instead of having it with all these old homies, man, this is the blueprint right here. And this is the same blueprint I give my homies from Fire Trey Avalon. Cause before we can reach out to our so-called enemy set and get things right, cause we got to get them right within our own set first. We got to get everybody on the same page, or if not everybody, as many as we can, such as the young homies. We got to get them on board. And I give my homies the blueprint. I say, cuz, we need to call a meeting. Every set need to call a meeting for just their own set. Everybody, mandatory meeting. If you can come, you need to come. See, they don't even have mandatory meetings no more. When I was a young kid, we had mandatory meetings. If you didn't show up, you better have a good reason why you wasn't there. You better have a good reason why you wasn't there. Get the top of your head socked off. Mandatory meeting, man. Dudes and girls. Girls, keep your mouth shut, though. But yeah, within their own set, homie. And get on one page. Talk to your young homies, man. This is the blueprint I gave to Fire Treys. Call a meeting. Make sure all the young homies, cuz, are there, or as many as you can get there. And you have to get in their head. Talk to them. Find out where they coming from. Find out what they feel, what they think. Because a lot of them think they be getting neglected. A lot of them think that they word don't matter in the set. So that's why they go off and do what they gonna do. Because G homies get together and talk among themselves and then just want to lay it in their lap and expect for them to do it without questioning. It don't work like that no more. This ain't the 1980s no more, homie. 2024 finna be 2025. Them youngsters got a voice. They gotta be heard. Every set got to call a meeting for their own set first. And everybody has to get on the same page. Now, all the G homies that's around, this is your chance to talk to all the young homies. Cuz, what y'all feel, man? Man, we finna call peace with these cats over here, man. We finna boom, 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 boom. And explain to them why the decision is being made to call peace. Because a lot of, you can't expect for no 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old brain to be as developed as a 50, 60-year-old cat. No. They brain is on some other stuff. They running around worried about some dick and pussy stuff and worried about who said what on Instagram. You got to talk to them, man. You got to get up here in that cerebellum on them and explain this to them, because a lot of them can't understand. Why are we causing peace? This is one of the things I run into, or my homies in Fire Trade run into with the younger homies. Why we calling peace with them? Why we calling peace with them? And you got to explain that to them. You got to talk to them. You can't talk at them. You got to talk to them. And explain why we taking this route. Show them the demographics of LA. Show them the demographics of the area they live in. Show them the change. Show them the benefits of calling peace, homie. We setting up smoke shops. We setting up t-shirt spots. We setting up insurance agencies. We trying to set all this up in the turf so we can have something, because we ain't got nothing no more. We trying to have something, man. We trying to get the little bitty pieces of the setback that we can get for them other folks get it all. We trying to get some back, man. But it's counterproductive when, if a homie got a t-shirt shop right here and he got a smoke shop right here, but we beefing with the other black gang four blocks down the street. When they come through the shoot, because we beefing, what you think they gonna shoot at? They going to shoot up the smoke shop. They going to shoot up the t-shirt shop. So now ain't no money. We can't make no money. Got to shut it down. Y'all gonna go back, and wherever you know that they homies got anything set up in they section, y'all gonna shoot it up, shut it down. Ain't no money being made. Ain't no money being made. Next thing you know, you might as well let that little spot go, and y'all know who gonna buy it. Y'all know who finna get it. Hey, man. You gotta stop, y'all. You gotta stop. So, you know, my video ain't to the old heads. This video is to the young homies out there, man. Crip, blood, whatever. To the young homies out there. To the young homies out there, man. From the gangster car, from the in-hood car, from the mafia car, from the independent car, the Hoovers, you know. My message is to all of y'all, homie. We on borrowed time, man. If we don't stop and do something different, we are on borrowed time, man. Man, look. I'm finna put another video out about what's going on around the United States with these immigrants, man. And if y'all really think we got time to play with this foolishness we got going on now, boy, look here. When it showing up hit you in the face in Southern California, when all them immigrants that they got and that drama they got going on in Chicago and Colorado and these other places, when that type drama hit, that's when you're gonna be like, whoa, oh. So let's get a head start on it, homie. Let's get a head start. Let's go ahead and unify now, man. Let's unify now before it's too late. We got to come together, man, because, you know, apart we can be picked off. But together, man, look at it. That's one finger, man. I keep telling you, I'll poke you in your jaw with that one finger. Ain't gonna do nothing. That's the gangster car. Here go another finger. Trying to do something by itself. That's the in-hood car. Here go another finger. Trying to do something by itself. It's the mafia car. Here go another finger trying to do something by itself. Them the Hoovers. Here go another finger trying to do something by itself. The independent car, West LA or whatever, you know? All these different factions trying to do it by themselves because they pride in the way. We this, we that. Can't hurt them, homie. 1, 2, 3, these little fingers by themselves. But guess what? I speak on unity all the time. When you bring all of them together, homie, now you can knock something out. Now you can knock something out, homie. Unity, togetherness. Now you can knock something out, man. We got to take our place back, homie. We got to take our place back, man. Time running out. Man, you can make it you want to of this video, man. I done spoke my piece, man. I'm out. Peace.
Gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie.